Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series. We are right in the middle of our unit on how to talk about performance, job performance, your company's performance, and how to talk about the performance of individuals as well, appraisals. We are just finishing up our uh, business communication skills section. So we'll be going back to that in just a moment. And well, we're doing many things. Before we begin, a little bit about me. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick things to help you participate in my class. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means please turn off your microphone if you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom nice and quiet. Also, tune in to the new words you're learning when you are speaking so I can correct you and give you feedback. And last but not least, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And that is a little bit about me. Let's say hello to all of you. We're still waiting for people to come in, but let me get my camera on and say hello to Mr. Mohammed. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? Hello, Mohammed. Are you there? Hello, hello. Hello, Mohammed. I don't hear you. So let's check if there's any problem with the Hangout. Just right in the vocabulary window, in the chat window. Okay, and also we've got a link to the material you're going to see. I'm going to share my screen with you in just a second. Okay, so let me get this on screen. The material is always here under the chat window, but if you click on it, it'll take you to this screen here. This is the material. Now I can hear you. Hello, Mohammed. How are you?
Fine. How are you, Mr. John?
Very, very good. So, are you having some connection problems? Maybe it's a little hard to, maybe the Hangout is not working perfectly.
Yes, I'm trying to solve it.
Okay.
I'm trying to solve it, okay.
And where are you from, Mohammed?
I'm from Egypt.
Okay. Have you been in the class before? Because I don't recognize your picture. Is this your first time?
Yes. No, that's not first time for me. I studied a lot at Verbling.
Oh, but the first time in my class. I can't hear you, Mohammed. Maybe you can try to rejoin. It's a little hard to hear you. Let's say a quick hello to Diego. Hello, Diego. How are you? Hello, Diego.
Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Yes,
There
I
we
hear
go.
you.
Okay, very good, very good. All right. Well, while we're waiting for people to join us, let's take a quick look at where we left off yesterday, okay? So what I'm going to do is just scroll down to today's class. First, yesterday was the 4th. So,
Hello?
hello?
You listen me good now?
It sounds okay, yeah. It sounds all right.
Okay, good. Yes, good.
I'm going to do just a quick review of yesterday first. So a quick summary. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday we basically completed the business skills section, okay, and we used our key phrases to do it. What you had to do yesterday was to give an assessment of another person using the key phrases that we learned. So what? What was the point of that? What should you have learned from it? Let me update this for you too. Well, the so what is you should know, whoops, let me put it like this. You should know some key phrases in different, I'll say, different contexts, such as, take a look at yesterday's work. If you give me just a second. Let's just go back to where they're summarized here. Okay, it's asking about performance, giving feedback, justifying, and a little bit of negotiating too. So, I think, oh, sorry. Just a moment here. There we go. So, asking about performance, your employee performance, justifying results, okay, and finally, a little bit of negotiating if you need more resources or something like that. There we go. And now what? What should you do as a result? Well, I have homework 2 for you above. I didn't send it to you yet, but I believe it's finished. Let me see. Yes. Homework 2 looks like it is done. I'll put it on screen for you to see, and I'll send it to you. So what I would suggest we do is a little review, and maybe Mohammed, because you weren't here, it'll be an introduction for you. And then hopefully we'll get some more people in just a moment. Homework 2 looks like this. Business skills. When you do the homework, you can always check your answers. So basically you're filling in a dialogue with some of the key words from yesterday. And that's it. Oh, it's just that. So it's a big dialogue where you're filling in. You've got keywords here, and here you've got to transform the sentence, I believe. Okay? So I'll send that to you after class today. Let's do this. Let's go back for a minute, because I think yesterday was a little bit difficult as well. Take a look at these key expressions for a minute. Mohammed, you weren't here, but we learned these by listening to an appraisal. We were listening to 2 people give an appraisal. So what I want you to do is, let's see if we can go to a second set. I'd like to do one quick review just for you to get a little bit more speaking time. So what I can suggest you do is, let's just see, we can do this in class. I'm going to give you a second set of criteria, which you can see on screen. Student A on slide 14 is an appraiser. Okay? And I'm going to take the first job as the appraiser and give you an example of what your manager might say to you. You can respond by looking at the material on slide 15. Student B, the appraisee. Okay, if you need a direct link to this, I'll put it right now in the chat window. You go to slide 15. I'll try to keep it on screen for you, though. Actually, no. Sorry, on screen I'm going to leave the main. I'm going to leave the key expressions, because yesterday we just started to work with them, but there may be we need a little bit more practice. They're a bit difficult. Okay, so let me do an example for you. I want the 3 of you to take the role of student B, which is on slide 15. So for example, if I ask you, oh, I'm sorry, let me put this back on screen where I was. There we go. Okay, so for example, if I ask you something like, could you, let me see, asking about performance. Tell me about some of your successes over the last year. If I ask you that kind of question, what can you say to me in column B? What information can you use? And I'll put it on screen for you. Take a quick look. So What was one of your successes there for student B? Diego, what would you say? Do you see successes there?
For me or for the student B?
No, for student B.
Okay. I am student B. Prediction. I think so. It's a success.
Okay. In which column do you see successes? In which column? The first column, the second, or the third column? Diego.
In the first column.
Exactly. Okay. Jose, tell me one success that you could talk about in the
Yes,
first column.
I have organized a successful meeting for international salespeople.
Okay. I have organized.
I have organized.
That's it. Okay. So, look at the second column. Diego, look at the second column. Look at the answers in the second column. See them?
Yes, I see.
Okay.
I see. But
What question could I ask? If those are your answers, enjoyed it, real change. What question do you think I'm going to ask you? And the questions are here. What question do you think I'm going to ask you to get that answer?
what do you consider were the successes or no? I'm sorry. This not.
And the answer, if the answer is, whoops, sorry.
No.
If the answer is, what do you consider some of your successes? And I say, I enjoyed it. So, the question you're saying is good for the first column, sure. Oh, what do you consider some of your successes? Well, I organized a kickoff meeting. Great. But when you say, I enjoyed it, it was a real change to the normal routine. What question do you think I'm going to ask to get that answer?
I think it's any question about the explication and comments about the success.
Sure. So, for example, what might I say? It could be here, or it could be a general question. It doesn't matter. It could be one for that it could be from your imagination, or it could be here.
For example, how can I improve my change of the failure, for example? No?
How can I improve my? It's a good question, but does that match this answer here? Does that match the answer? I enjoyed it?
No, it's the first column, I think.
Okay, what question could I ask for the second column? If I'm the appraiser, use your imagination.
What question? What is it the result of your failure or success?
What was the result of your success? Is that it?
Yes.
Success.
Success.
That's
success.
it. Second syllable. Success.
Success.
Okay, it makes sense. I could say that. I could also say, why was it successful? How did you know it was successful? Or how did you feel about this kickoff meeting? Well, I really enjoyed it. It was a real change. Okay? So that's the kind of questions I'm going to be asking. I'm going to put the key phrases on the screen for you. There you go. Let's get a little bit more practice, because yesterday I know it was the first time and it was a little bit difficult. So I'm going to put the key phrases on the screen for you. I'm going to be the appraiser. You are going to be the appraisee. Okay? So, I'm going to start with you, Jose.
Yes.
So, Jose.
Yes.
Are there any areas you feel that you might improve on over the last year?
Yes, I have improved several areas.
Such as? Such as?
For
What?
yes. What areas? Yes.
No. What page is the information on, Jose?
What page?
Yeah, what page is it on?
Okay.
Do you have the presentation open in your computer?
I am opening the presentation in my computer.
You
Yes.
need it open.
Yes.
When it's open, go to page 15.
15? Okay.
15.
Page 15.
Right. So what you have
Student A or student B?
B.
B. Okay. I have opened the page 15.
All right.
Yes.
So everything you need to say is there.
Okay.
You don't have to invent anything.
Okay. I have presented new office procedures at a Europe-wide meeting.
Have you? Presented office procedures. Where do you see that? On page 15, do you see that? I presented.
Okay. No. I have organized the successful kickoff meeting for international salespeople.
Repeat after me. Organized.
I have organized a successful kick-off meeting for international salespeople. I have reduced overall overtime hours.
Okay. So you're the manager for a team, and these are some of your successes that you've done for the team. Just to be clear. You're the manager, and that's your team. All right. And let me see. And Diego,
Tell me.
what are some areas where you or your team could have performed better, in your opinion?
My opinion, in my opinion, I think
Here,
is
you
job share and better delegation. No?
say the first part again. I'm sorry. Say again.
The second, reduce overtime hours.
So that's a success or a failure? Because it has a plus.
This is a successful.
A success.
A success.
Okay, good. But listen to the question. Are there any areas where your team, or you or your team, could have performed better?
Perform better. Okay. We have rejection or training members as saint. What the meaning is saint?
Exactly. Rejection. First word. Rejection of trainee mentoring. Repeat.
Training mentoring
Scheme.
scheme.
Good. Scheme is programa.
Program.
Yeah, scheme. It's a way to say program.
Is the same program.
Yeah, basically it's the same. Yeah,
You can
basically it's the same.
You can use both.
You can, yeah, pretty much. There is a difference, a little difference, but it's not important. Yeah, basically it's the same. Scheme is like a plan, a way to organize something, but we use it to mean the program, the implementation. Okay, so that's a good point. That's a good point, Diego. What do you think? What do you think the problem was? Why did your team reject the mentoring program? By the way, what is a mentor, everyone? What's a mentor?
Mentor.
Yeah, what is a mentor? If they are mentoring, what kind of person is a mentor? What does a mentor do? Do you know the word?
I think the mentor is the who guide us, who
Exactly. Good. Mentor is like a guide or a teacher, trainer, guide, or could be a guide, could even be a teacher. So the trainee mentoring scheme means you are giving some kind of training to the team. But there was some kind of negative reaction. The team rejected the scheme. Okay. What went wrong? Diego, what went wrong? Now take a look at your explanations.
because we haven't got enough money to spend in this area.
Ah, okay. So we were good. We haven't got enough money. We were under budgeted. Because budget is the money.
No money. We can do it. The mentoring scheme.
Mhm.
Can do that, and
Take a look at the word in the chat window. Do you see it? Budget.
budget.
So if we have no money, we have no budget. Or we were under budgeted.
Under budget.
That means we didn't get our money. We were under budgeted. We didn't have enough money. Okay, very good. I understand. Jose, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Were there any areas, let me see. Were there any other areas you or your team, let me ask you in a different way, sorry.
Yes.
Were there any constraints that affected your team's performance? Besides the budget issue, were there any other constraints that affected your team's performance? Yes.
I think that they'll have put more money in the budget for mentors.
Take a look.
The scheme has
Take a
been
look.
implemented.
Take a
Yes.
look here. Take a look at
Okay.
the last row.
Okay. Es lo responsible.
So were there any other constraints that affected you? There
Yes.
were, weren't there? How would you describe the information in the first column, last row?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had a slow response time to internal emails.
There you go. Very good. Oh, so what you're saying is maybe there was a kind of communication problem. Is that right?
Yes.
I see. Okay. Well, what do you think we could do? I mean, how do you think we could change this? What could we do to improve?
I think that
Yeah, go ahead.
They could see which were important faster.
Say again. They could see. They should or they could. I didn't understand.
They should have could see which were important faster.
They should have could. We can't say should and could at the same time.
Okay,
One
okay.
or the other. So let's talk about the past.
They should
Should have.
have see which were
Seen.
important faster. Seen, yes, they should have seen which were important faster.
Ah, okay. So now here's some information which is not in the table. How can we improve that? They should have seen which ones were important faster and then responded faster. Right, Jose?
Yes.
Okay. How do you think we could achieve that? Let's start with you, Diego. That's a very important problem. Diego, how could we solve that problem? Now you have to use your imagination. But Diego, you can also negotiate for time and resources. Take a look at those key expressions on the bottom right side. Do you see them, Diego?
One.
Now on the screen right now, on the screen which is if you look on the screen right now, which is on slide 11, look at those key expressions on the bottom right side under negotiating time and resources.
Okay.
Okay? So, to solve a problem, you might need more time, more money, or more resources. So if I were the manager, if I were the boss, and I'm talking to you and Jose, Jose has identified the problem. Do you remember what the problem? Yeah.
For example, we could do with
what?
the advice or the estimate.
Okay, good. We could do with some advice about
to say anything about the internet, for example, or any kind of this kind of communication.
Fantastic. So we could get some advice. Perhaps we could hire a consultant.
Yes.
Okay, that's a very good idea. Jose, what about you? Diego thinks we might want to hire a specialist or a consultant to help to advise us how to deal with this email problem. Do you think that's necessary? What do you think?
I think that they should have trained the team.
Well, it's your team, Jose.
Yes, my team. I should have trained my team.
So what do you need from me, the boss? What do you need from me to do that training, to make it happen?
For example, I should.
No. Forget about should. Look at those key expressions on the screen right now. Negotiating time, resources. Those are your key expressions to ask for things, to negotiate.
Asking.
Yeah, I'm the
Key
boss.
expressions. Key
Yeah.
expressions. Okay.
Look at the bottom right. Negotiating time, resources.
Okay.
So let's review. Jose, Diego said we could do with some advice. We could do with a consultant. That means we need a consultant. Okay, what do you think we need to achieve this?
Consultant is a external company, no?
It is, yes.
Yes.
It's expensive.
I think we could do it if we have had more money in the budget, but I don't have enough money to do it.
Yeah, but I'm the guy with the money. I'm the boss. So
Yes.
ask me.
Okay. I
And I want you to use those key expressions
Okay.
actively.
If there is enough money, I'd also like to contract an external company.
Fantastic. Now I know what you want. Well, here's my response. I would say that you're both very clear about what you need. Let's review the budget and then we'll see if we can do something about it. But listen, guys, if I can't get enough of a budget for an external company, how else do you think we could solve the two problems? Right? Because one problem is prioritizing email and getting the responses out fast. Another problem is the mentoring program. That's another area we need to improve. And the problem there was that there wasn't really enough budget for the mentoring, so we couldn't implement. In other words, with the mentoring, it's not an external company. It's more experienced staff helping out less experienced staff. But we didn't really have a budget to implement the program. Okay, so if I can't get the budget for a consultant, Diego, what else do you think we could do, in your opinion, to solve the problems? Any other ideas before we move on?
Both, no? In the same time, resolve the same time.
Yeah, in general. Yeah, in general.
In general, I think all things you can resolve with the money.
True, but
if you have money, you can you will can resolve all money, all problem, all the majority of problems, I think. But if this case, I think you can train the people also. You can train the people also with any company out of our company, I think.
An outside company?
Yes, is external company, with external company.
Yeah, but if I don't get the budget, if I can't get the budget, any other suggestions? Because I might not have the money. So if I can't get the budget for you as your boss, what else?
Okay, but you can nowadays you can learn ourselves with by internet. You can look for information in internet in internet, and
On the internet?
You can learn ourselves.
Okay, that's an interesting idea. So instead of hiring a consultant, we can maybe do online training. Online training. In other words, we can look on Google, but we could also just buy a program to do online training. It will be less expensive than hiring a consultant. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Online training could work. Interesting. All right. What I'd like to do is I'd like to switch roles for a moment. I want you to take a look at, I'm going to put it on screen for you. So you were student B. Let's go back here to student A for a minute.
What is student B?
No. Let's switch roles. I want you to have a chance to be the appraiser. Okay? So, for example, actually, let's instead of using this information, let's talk about real situations for a minute. I'm going to leave the key expressions on the board. Let's talk about what you're really doing. Okay? So, Jose.
Yes.
Right now, are you working? Are you studying? What are you doing?
I am working. I am a teacher. I teach maths.
That's right.
Okay.
And Diego, are you working or studying? What do you do these days?
I'm working.
And what do you do?
I'm working on the site, like supervisor in the site.
Okay, good. And what's your area? A supervisor in what area?
Now I Actually, I changed the area. Before I work in electrical area, and now I work in the plumbing area.
In the public area. Well, what do you mean?
Plumbing.
Administration?
No public, no plumbing.
Oh. Listen to me. Plumbing.
Plumbing.
Well, there's no B. The B is silent. Plumbing.
Plumbing.
Listen to me. Ming. Say it with the M. Plumbing.
Plumbing.
There's no B. There's no B. Say it without the B.
Okay. Plumbing.
Ming.
Ming.
That's it.
Plumbing.
Perfect.
Plumbing.
Okay, so do you supervise a team? Because you said you do some supervising.
I start the next month this area. Yes, I supervise. I supervise a team, and I supervise the site and the and the budget and the
Perfect.
Clients.
So it's a
meeting with the clients, with the safety clients, with all things, all people,
okay. Everyone.
everyone.
Okay. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I want to give each of you a chance to be the appraiser. Okay. So to do this, I want to talk about a real situation first. So, Jose.
Yes.
Think about your performance from September. When did school start? In September?
Yes, in September. The school started.
Okay. So, how many semesters do you have? Do you have a 2-semester year, or do you have a trimester?
Two trimesters. I have passed 2 semesters.
So, what's the time period? September until what?
And June.
Well, that's
The first week on June. The class finished.
how many. So, how many periods in that time?
Three
Three?
periods.
So you work in trimesters.
Yes.
Trimesters.
Periods. Trimesters.
Trimesters. Okay, great.
3 trimesters.
Well, tri means 3. So trimester means 3.
3. Okay.
Okay? So trimesters. Okay, good.
Trimesters.
When did your last trimester finish?
The last trimester.
When did it finish?
The second semester have finished this week.
This week? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So, Diego, you and me,
Yes.
we are the boss of the school. We are going to do a little appraisal of Jose. So we need to find out some information. We're going to do an informal appraisal. Jose, who's your boss? Do you have a principal?
My boss is the principal.
The principal. And what ages do you teach?
I teach at a secondary school.
What ages are the kids?
Yes, 13 years, 14 years.
Ooh, sounds terrible.
Yes.
Are the kids good?
No, the kids are bad.
Of course. The worst.
The worst.
The worst. 14 is probably the worst.
Yes.
15-year-old, they start to be more
It is
normal.
a bad age.
Very bad. I used to teach. They were the worst. Terrible. Oh my God. If only I could beat the kids, but I'm not allowed. Okay. So, Diego, you and me you're the principal, Diego.
Mhm.
I am the assistant principal. We are going to do an informal evaluation of Jose's last trimester. Are you ready, Jose?
Yes.
Are you ready, Diego?
Yes, I think.
Okay. What kind of things are we going to ask him about? The key expressions are there on the screen. What kind of things do you think we can ask him about, Diego?
I think mm, feedback from the notes have been positive.
We can talk about feedback from the students.
The student notes.
Okay, that's fine. Talk about feedback from the students. We can talk about his impressions, how he feels about it. When you say notes, are you talking about the exams?
The notes is about the exams.
We don't say notes in English. We say marks.
Marks. Okay.
Right, the marks.
Marks.
Hey, good. We can talk about feedback from the students. We can talk about the marks. We can talk about his impressions as well. Okay, so I'll put those in the chat window for you. So Diego, I'm going to begin. Listen to how I ask the question, and then you're going to follow up. Okay, Jose.
Yes.
You're gonna justify your results. Tell us how you feel, and justify it.
Okay.
You're also going to negotiate for more things. There are things you need to do your job in the elementary school, in the secondary school. So
Okay.
you're gonna negotiate to try to get something more if you can.
Okay.
Here we go. Listen up. So Diego, well, Principal Diego and I are here to do a little evaluation of your last trimester, Jose.
Okay.
So Jose, you've gotten some feedback from students and you've had some time to reflect. Let me just ask you, hold on a second, I have a small cat emergency. Never mind, cat emergency is over. Okay, you've had some time to reflect, so let me start by asking you, in general, do you feel it was a successful trimester? Or do you feel that there could have been improvements in general?
I think that in general the semester so have improved because I had a lot of students that they don't pass the subjects.
Ah, a lot of students who didn't pass. Got it.
Didn't pass the subjects.
Okay, great. Not great, but great that you understand that there was a problem.
Yes.
Diego, maybe you'd like to ask a question about that?
Okay. What do you think? What you resolve the problem? This problem?
Yes.
Or this mark of this evolution?
We should have had less students in the class. In this moment, I have a lot the students in the class. I think the classes are full.
They're over full.
Over full.
Right, got it. So, that's a problem, Jose, because we don't have enough schools for all the students.
Okay.
So, we can't reduce the amount of students in the classroom. I wish we could.
Yes. The government should have had more money in the budget in order to build more schools.
That's true. But but there is no budget. So what's the solution then? By the way, when you talk about the solution, now you're talking about the future, right?
Okay.
So we should have had is great for talking about the past. But what do you think about the future? Is there anything that you want or need that can help solve the problem? Now take a look at negotiating time and resources. You've got good expressions there. So is there anything you need that can help with the problem? We can't put in less students.
If there's enough money, I'd like to fire more teachers.
To do what?
To fire more teachers.
To fire?
No, to fire, not to hire. Hire more teachers.
Hire.
To hire more teachers.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, but here's the problem, Jose. Here's the problem. We have to evaluate just your performance. So I will certainly make a note. Principal Diego and I will certainly communicate this idea to the board, but we can't really comment on that yet because it's not our decision. So about your performance, to perform better in the classroom with how many kids are in the classroom normally? How many?
30.
How many? 30?
30, yes.
Are you crazy? How can you have 30 kids in a classroom?
Yes.
It's impossible.
In Spain it's possible.
Impossible.
Impossible, yeah, yes.
When I was studying, we are 30 also. So.
Impossible. You'll never get anything done. Yeah. You can control about 15 students is about the maximum. 15.
15?
Yeah.
In your country?
In Spain, no. In Spain, no.
Okay, so besides, I don't know if we can hire teachers. Is there anything we can do to help you control 30 students?
Yes, it's very difficult to control the students.
So what do you need from us to help you?
I think.
Forget about teachers. Forget about money. It's not going to happen.
Yes.
But what can we do?
I think. If you don't have money, it's very difficult to take a solution.
It is, I know, but the test scores have to improve. So we can negotiate to get more money, but I can't promise anything. So in the meantime, for now,
yes.
Any other ideas about how to improve the performance of the kids on the math tests? Any other ideas? If you suggest an idea, one that costs less, I can guarantee that we'll find money. But hiring new teachers, not going to happen. Yeah. Forget it. So, any other ideas? What would cost less that could help you with your performance? That could help you get those math marks all the way up. We want 98% passing. That's what we want.
I should have.
Talk about the future now. You should.
Yes. Yes.
What can we do? Could you do with a different book?
Yes, possibly. For example, I will have to change the book.
Okay. So take a look at that first key expression. I could do with.
I could do
with a new book.
With a new book, okay.
I could do with means I need.
I need, okay.
I could do with a new book. Well, that's a lot easier than hiring teachers. So I think it's not a bad idea. we can definitely look into better material. I could do with a new book. Look at the chat window.
Okay.
In general, I should have improved. It should have improved the scores. So that's really good to talk about the past.
I could do with a new book. Okay.
And the last one, I could do with a new book. So that's about the future. I could do with means I need.
I need
I
this,
require.
the same mean. Okay.
Let's switch roles for a second. Jose, me and you are going to do a little evaluation of Diego.
Mhm.
Diego, you are not a teacher.
Mhm. Another teacher, a partner of Jose.
You are not a teacher. You are
Yes.
not a teacher.
I asked to Diego, no? John?
Yes, but let's find out about his last year. So, what were you doing over the last 6 months? What have you been working?
Me?
Yes, you, Diego.
I studying and working also.
Okay,
Studying English and also study and also work.
okay. And so, you're going to start a new job next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did you stop the old job? When did you finish?
No, it's finished. It's finished yet. And now I don't have job, but the next month I will have. The next week, 2 weeks. This week, next
Okay.
week.
When did the last job finish? When?
When 1 week ago.
1 week ago. Okay, good. How long was the job for?
The last job 1 year.
1 year.
More
Okay.
or less.
Okay, good. And what did you do? What was your position? You were a supervisor?
Just site manager, supervisor, both, I think.
And this was
Manager.
in the electronics area, wasn't it? You said?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. So, one more question before we begin. What would have been a sign of success? If you had a successful year, what would show us that it was successful in your job? For Jose, success means 100% of the students pass the exam. So that's the indication of success for Jose. What would be the indication of success for you in that job?
For me, the best success is finish the site at the time.
Ah, okay. Being on
Because
time.
on time. On time. Because you have in the between you start and you finish, there is too much problems, too much troubles in this,
Too
in
many
this way.
problems.
Too many problems in this way, and it's difficult. Always is difficult to finish on time, and it's possible in several times, but you have resolved the problems very good. All problems, all
Very
troubles,
very good?
very good.
Very good? Very well.
Very well.
Very well. Okay. Okay. So, Jose, me and you, we are Diego's bosses. Me and you.
Yes.
And we need to understand what went well and what could be improved. Okay? So,
Yes.
let's ask him a few questions and do an informal evaluation. Are you ready, Jose?
Yes.
Would you like to go first?
Yes. Are there any areas you feel you need to improve on?
Any area, I think I think the best area is evaluate the labors, and the labors you can think are the best you can get I think, and evaluating continue, no?
The
Continue evaluating, no?
continue, you mean evaluate all the time during the whole job?
Yes, you have to evaluate, continue the people, the vendors. Mm, the people and the vendors is the your labors and the vendors, the people who give us, who supply the material,
Suppliers,
the suppliers, the suppliers.
labor. What are
Labor.
you saying? What are you saying in Spanish?
Trabajadores.
Exactly. How do you say that in English? It's not labor.
Labors.
No,
No
no, no,
labor.
no, no.
Ah,
Workers.
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 worker. But
Trabajador, worker.
but in the site, all times, all people told him or told labors.
Yeah, but in English it's not labors. It's you have two words, workers or
Yes.
or laborers, but laborers is not really a good word. It's not clear. So workers,
Not clear.
yeah, workers is clear. The workers. What you have the workers, the suppliers, said, and then you have the supervisors, of course. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's see. What you're saying is we need to do more appraisals of the workers. Is that right? Oh, Diego, is that right?
I don't understand. I don't listen well.
Oh. Do we need to do more
Sorry.
appraisals of the workers? More appraisals of the workers. Look in the chat window, Diego. Do we need to do more appraisals of the workers? Is that the problem? You see the chat window?
No. The problem is no more best. Take the best worker.
Ah, okay.
Choose the best worker.
Okay.
In several times is this the problem. In other time is because the suppliers don't give the material in time.
Okay. So a good word here, Diego, is screen. We need to screen better workers. Screen. Look at the
better worker.
Yeah. Screen is to choose.
Choose. Okay. Screen is choose. Okay.
To choose. If you screen, you say no to the bad ones, yes to the good ones. Screen is a way to say select. To screen, to select. You need some criteria to screen. A good worker should be A, B, C. Okay, so we need a better screening process. We need a better screening process. Okay, very good. Okay, Jose, what else would you like to know?
Process is when you are looking for a job and the company called you and the company screen one of them.
That's right, yeah. A screening process could be an interview. A screening process could be an examination or test. It could be many things. Okay, listen. We actually have to stop. I just saw the time.
Okay.
we actually have to stop. But before we go, I just put in a few notes, Diego. So being on time was an indication of success. So we do the project on time. Keyword, on time.
On time.
Okay?
On time.
And not laborers, but workers is much more clear.
Okay.
Suppliers, supervisors.
But is in all sites uh, we speak about labor, not workers.
But there's something doesn't make sense. Look. Look. No, look. The labor force. That means all the workers in the market, the labor force. You cannot say the labor, just the labor. That doesn't mean people. If you can give me a sentence, Diego, go out, find an example, and send me a message, and I'll try to understand. But normally, if you say labor, labor is not about people. Labor is about effort. So labor for us equals effort made. But if you say the labor force, that means all the workers in the market together is the labor force. Individuals are workers, and sometimes we say laborers, but that's not a very common way to say it. It's okay, laborers, but it's not the best way to say it. It's really workers. What kind of workers? Construction workers, plumbers, carpenters. All of these are different kinds of workers. So if you find an example of another use, send me a message in the Verbling message system. Let me see the example. All right? Maybe I've misunderstood. All right, everyone. So listen, we're going to stop here. Unfortunately, we've got to stop at this point. I will quickly try to put the keywords. I will put them in the text. Sorry, in our notes for today. And I'm going to do it actually right now. Another thing I'm going to do is give you a copy of the homework for you to practice these key phrases on your own. Okay? We'll be back next Monday at the same hour to go on to the next part, the second to last part of this, which is going to be, I'll tell you in a minute. Give me a second, and I'll see if I can open this and give you a quick preview. Unfortunately, my computer's a little slow when I have the Hangout. 1 second. It's opening. I'm trying to give you a preview. What is it? Speaking practically is about... Okay, so when you're doing an appraisal, people get very nervous. They take things personally. So we're going to work on the skill of making people feel relaxed, and we're going to move on to talking about hypothetical events. So talking about the past, like we should have, is a good example of a hypothetical event. So we're going to work on those two skills Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to work on the final project, which is a case study. You look at a problem and you have to solve it. We're going to suggest ways to improve performance. Okay? Coming up next Monday through Thursday. That's it for now, everyone. I'll send you the homework soon. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Yes.